I've now been documenting my arm wrestling progress for a year, to see by how much I could improve and to show you what's possible with consistent training. Now, some things to clarify. I'm currently 18 years old, which means some of my strength gains could be attributed to an increase in testosterone or natural growth. When I started logging these lifts, I already had 1 year of training under my belt. My progress could be expected for an amateur. If you're a pro, you're not likely to gain as much, and if you're a beginner, it's the other way around. You're likely to progress way more than me. I compete in the 65 kilo category, so my numbers won't be as high as those in the higher categories, but the percentage increases should be quite accurate. So let's get to the lifts. Let's start with the infamous Devon Larratt pronation lift. Now, in May of 2024, I achieved 30 kilograms. So you can see I have this classic sitting position going on. Now, the form wasn't perfect, it wasn't perfectly parallel to the ground, but I believe the lift still is valid and it counts. This year, in May, I achieved 32.25 kilos. Again, the form wasn't ideal. I have this kind of a low hand top roll thing going on, which isn't ideal since I'm not a low hand top roller. Even though I would like to be, my hand is way too short for that, so it's an increase by around 6 kilos. Now let's move on to back pressure. In May of 2024, I achieved 32.5 kilos. Now, this lift was kind of weird. I'm not sure what I was doing. There's like this weird sliding motion. I don't really know what it means. It's not perfectly parallel. It's like 85 degrees. When we look at this year, in June, so a few weeks ago, I got 40 kilos for 2 reps. And the form was much better this time around, and I'm really happy with it. Back pressure is one of my best lifts. It keeps getting better every time. And I'm hoping to reach 45 kilos on this lift by the end of the year. Next up, the cup. Last year I managed 27.5 kilos with pretty good form. It was decent. This year I got 35 kilos. Now sadly I don't have the exact clip of me doing the 35 kilos, but here's me doing 27.5 kilos for 8 reps quite easily. The improvement here was also quite solid. There weren't many setbacks, and I'm hoping to get 40 kilos, same as the pronator, by the end of the year. Then there is the riser. Last year my riser was really weak. I got 20 kilos. Barely, but it has improved quite a bit. This May I got 27.5 kilos. Even though the form on the new lift was actually worse than on the old one. I didn't realize it at the time, but the angle was higher than I thought it was. It wasn't 90 degree, which I thought it was, quite a bit higher. But if we were to subtract the form, let's say, I believe I would still be able to hit 26.5, maybe even 27 kilos. And last but not least, there is side pressure. Side pressure is my strongest lane, and last year I did 35 kilos, and this year I had a massive increase of 15 kilos. I actually did 50 kilos for 2 reps, and I'm really happy with the progress on this lift. Even though I don't do side pressure as a lift too often, because I feel like it completely destroys my joints and then I cannot train properly for the next few days. It's where I saw my biggest strength increase by far. So to summarize, across all lifts I had an average increase of 29.2%, with the lowest increase being in the pronation lift with around 20%, and the greatest improvement was in side pressure with an increase of around 43%. So if you're early into your arm wrestling journey, you can see realistically by how much you can improve, or if you're an elite you can laugh at my numbers, but I'm quite happy with the progress I've made and I hope it keeps going quite well. So meaningful gains are absolutely possible with consistent effort. Now let me know in the comments what your numbers are. I think it's quite an interesting conversation to have. Thanks a lot for watching.